Hello and welcome back to Palworld. Today we are ready to go ahead and have ourselves our final challenges, as we are right at the end of the game. Last time we went ahead, for ourselves the 4 legendaries, and I have had some fun with that. So, I did a little bit of breeding, and by a little bit, I mean a lot. I did a lot of breeding, but it was all worth it, because I got ourselves 2 different Jetragons. After about 200 eggs, which, by the way, took an absolutely absurd amount of time. Almost every single one of my days had like a 12-hour Palworld session of just breeding while I was working, which, you know, is a lot of time commitment, but you know what? I feel like the rewards are funny enough to justify it, because we have ourselves, first of all, the perfect Jetragon, as far as I am concerned. This is as close to an ultimate pal as realistically I think we can get, as it does have pretty much every trait ideal. We have Divine Dragon for plus 20% attack to all of our dragon attacks. We have Ferocious for plus 20% attack. We have Musclehead for plus 5% attack. And then we have Legend, which is obviously incredibly good in just every aspect for attack, defense, and movement speed. But not only does this thing have, realistically, ideal traits, it also has ideal IVs. So on the Palworld IV calculator, which is an online tool, I have gone ahead, inputted its stats with its traits, and this thing's IVs are maximum HP at 30%, which is the ideal stat increase that you can have, a 29.5 attack increase, and a 29.2 defense increase. It's not 30% in everything, but it's realistically as close as I'm going to get without breeding for another 800 hours, so it's good enough for me. But this thing's IVs are crazy, its stats are insane. It is realistically just about as strong of a Jetragon as we can realistically get. But I didn't stop there. Oh, no, 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 no. We can still go ahead and condense this, which we will be doing, and we can go ahead and use Pal Souls on this to get its stats even higher, and its attack is already comparable to our, realistically, ultimate Chillet. But not only did I get ourselves the strongest Jetragon, I also got ourselves the fastest Jetragon, and this is the funnier one. This is honestly the one that took longer to breed, which is kind of funny, because I could not get the random trait mutation for Runner for like 200 eggs, which is why the other one even exists. This was my main goal all along. But we have Legend, we have Swift, we have Nimble, and we have Runner for a grand total of a 75% movement speed increase. And, well, let's just say it is in fact very, very fast. Like, I can go pretty much anywhere I want in literal seconds. This thing actually just zooms across the map. Also, it's called Bullet for very obvious reasons. So, this is our travel mount for now. Realistically, we don't have too many places left to travel, but we can travel incredibly quickly. We got to the sanctuary in I don't even know how little time, but this thing zooms. In fact, I'm actually curious about how fast this thing is compared to, like, Nightwing and stuff on our original testing grounds, right where our first base was, when we were trying to go from that staircase to the cliffside. I'm curious how quickly we do that. Can we do it from, like, here at this staircase across the bridge to the cliffside? I don't remember if this was how I originally did it, but I am curious as to how many seconds this takes. I can't imagine it's more than 3. I need to make sure that I am sprinting as well. Yeah, I mean, that's... the difference in speed is actually absurd. This is probably like 5 or 6 times faster than any Nightwing. Maybe more. Maybe even like 10 times faster. I have no idea, but this thing is super, super, super fast. I'm glad that I made this. I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of it as we are right at the end of the game, but it will be here for future updates, as I do plan on playing future updates. I definitely plan on doing a brand new playthrough on full release, and I am also interested in doing mods. So while, for the time being, this is likely to be the final episode, when there is updates, I will absolutely be coming back. For right now, though, let's go ahead, make ourselves this perfect Jetragon into its actual perfect being. Let's get this thing enhanced, first of all, with the souls. That's right, even defense. For obvious reasons, I'm not going to be increasing its work speed, but this is a 1,720 attack Jetragon with 5,622 health and 908 defense that is yet to be condensed. Actually insane. And obviously we still have our condenser around the back here because we don't want anyone to know what happens to the pals that they no longer see. We tell our other pals that they just get released into the wild and they will be none the wiser. But yeah, all of my boxes are filled with Jetragons, so yeah, time to go ahead and finally clear my boxes, I guess. Condense 1, bada bing bada boom. Condense 2. Condense 3. And the final condense with these remaining Jetragons. We still have so many left over. We could even condense one of the others maybe a little bit if we want to. We could maybe take a second one in that's already level 50 from ones we caught, but still. For now, condensed. Boom. Condensation complete, leaving us with the absolutely absurd Jetragon with over 2,000 attack, 2,076, 1,089 defense, 6,746 HP. I'm actually curious what happens if I put this into the calculator to see if we can maybe get a more precise number on the IVs. All right, with those input, we have ourselves a 29.99% HP IV, which actually checks out completely because I think it was one of the ones that we caught. One of the Jetragons that I originally caught had 11,474 HP, and the max number possible to catch is 11,475. So I assume it got that IV, a 29.3 attack IV, and a 29.1 defense IV. Pretty good still, pretty good. It looks like they were on the lower end of the variables on the IVs, but that's fine, that's fine. Still incredibly, incredibly good. Alright, now that I've rambled about Jetragons for a while, also, we have ourselves 2 new weapons. First of all, we have a legendary pump-action shotgun, and we also have ourselves a legendary assault rifle. This is what I was doing while they were breeding, because bosses respawn, for anyone that doesn't know, every half an hour. So every half an hour, I took Yormantide to blaze him up, thanks to this lovely base location that I had right outside of it, so we could go back there quickly to try and get a legendary assault rifle. I had to KO this thing 60 times to get the legendary assault rifle, so just be aware if you're going to try and get it, you might be in for a time commitment, because this took me, I mean, we can just do the math real quick, 60 times, half an hour each, took me 30 hours to get the legendary assault rifle schematic, so that was painful. And then I also went and did Suzaku, I think maybe 5 times to get the legendary shotgun schematic. That one was more accidental, to be honest, while I was leveling up Jetragon, but still useful. This one, very lucky. Suzaku's one, not so lucky. But we do have both of those because we are going to be taking on our final fight, which is the Shadowbeak boss over up at this northern tower. So, our team for this fight is going to be, first of all, our Jetragon. Second of all, our Chiller. Those two are coming for obvious reasons. The boss is weak to dragon. I've been saying this entire playthrough how much I love the dragons in this game, so we're taking dragons. I'm also taking Dinossum Lux. This one's more of an odd pick, for sure, but it does have Musclehead, it does have Dragon Meteor, it is a dragon, and I also just kind of like Dinossum and didn't get to use the Cross variant that much in the earlier game, so I'm gonna take the Dinossum. And then for the last 2 choices, I have this Jetragon, which is funnily enough the high HP IV one I was talking about before with 11,474 HP. Because this was caught in the wild and not bred, it keeps its HP from being a legendary, whereas when you breed them, their HP drops. So I kind of want to keep this just in case all of my pals get nuked by a surprise ice-type move, which I could fully see happening. So having this just to be kind of tanky while I try and whittle the rest of the boss's HP down with gunfire seems like it is probably a smart idea. And that leaves us with 1 slot left. And I have, realistically, 3 choices. We could have Dazzy for passive damage. I don't think it does enough damage to warrant it being on the team. So this is my lower of the 3. We have Lylene Noct, who has 2 benefits. First benefit, it has the passive skill of Vanguard, which would increase my damage with my guns. And that is very, very useful. Because if we are on the back of Chillet, we're going to be doing super effective damage with our guns, and we're going to have an incredibly high multiplier with our attack pendant and stuff like that. We also get a secondary benefit of if we are ever close to dying, which, to be honest, could happen because we don't have the strongest armor, we could use this ability to restore a good bit of our HP in a pinch if we need to, which I do think is somewhat valuable. Our other option is taking Yormantide for more damage. I am going to be honest, I am kind of sick of seeing Yormantide after fighting 60 Blazemats with Yormantide. I don't feel like I need to see it again, ever, so that is part of a bias. I do think we're going to take a Lylene Noct. I feel like this is going to be our team. This feels like a good team to me. Other than that, I do feel like we are pretty much ready. The only other thing of note is I have gone ahead and grabbed a bunch of ammo, because obviously ammo is going to be very, very useful with our weapons. And I have also made a Pal Metal Helm +1, because I did get a schematic for that. I think it was behind one of the Blazemat bosses eventually, that or it was behind a Lylene Noct boss that I went to catch to try and get the Lylene Noct on our team Twilight. It was either behind Lylene Noct or it was behind Blazemat. Either way, it was in an ordinary chest. It's a +1 Pal Metal Helm. It's nothing too crazy, but it is more defenses. With all of that said and done, I do think it is time to go ahead and make our way to the boss. I'm going to set it to daytime because I don't want to absolutely freeze while we are over there. And let's go ahead and get this boss underway. Here we are, the Astral Mountains once again. We have our Jetragons ready, we have our Chillet ready. It is time to go ahead and start this final boss. I am aware that I could probably be using attack boosting or defense boosting food, and I do think that there is probably no reason for me not to be using that, but at the same time, I feel like we're ready. I feel like I've made enough preparations. I'm really hoping that Jetragon honestly just destroys it, is kind of what I'm thinking. So let's go ahead, get this final fight underway. I am the wrong side of the tower. That's a little bit embarrassing, but... Power of the PAL Genetic Research Unit. 10 minutes to go. I am worried about the time limit. I feel like without the time limit, we'd be A-okay, but let's go ahead. Assault rifle ready. We're obviously going to lead with Chillet. We can't not lead with Chillet, right? Join boss battle. Start boss battle. Confirm. Please don't murder me, sir. I don't like the snowflakes. I brought full dragons. I don't like seeing snowflakes up there. That's a dark type. Please don't have too many ice type moves. Victor and Shadowbeak. Okay. First things first. Chillet. Assault rifle. Gun. Oh my god. It has so much health. It actually has so much health. Holy. It has ice type moves. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Chillet and assault rifle is shredding him, first of all. Most notably. Okay, I'm gonna dismount for a bit. We're obviously gonna send out our Jetragon because, you know, we bred it. That is a lot of orbs. They hit towers. Pillars, even. Seems like it. Okay. Shotgun DPS is not bad, even when not riding. It also has extra bullets per rank up by the looks of it, because the purple one that we had 11 shots. This one does appear to have 12 shots in the magazine, which is nice. That is not aimed at me. That's convenient. Hey, Jetragon, I'm just gonna get on you real quick so you can dodge. I'm gonna even throw the fireball as my priority while riding it, because burn is gonna be huge if we can get it. I honestly feel like the assault rifle damage might be better than the shotgun damage. It is a higher level weapon, I think, so it kind of makes sense. It's also just a lot safer in the boss fight, which is definitely something to consider. But let's get Chillet back out. I'm actually very impressed with how well Chillet is doing as just gun. No, don't reload right now. This is the prime opportunity to get damage. Look at that damage. That's insane. That's huge. Actually, crazy damage, to be honest, just with the gun. This is your reminder that the pals may be cool, but sometimes the best thing you can do is just to bring heavy weaponry. I know there's a rocket launcher in the game. I personally haven't grabbed it because I felt like having 2 legendary weapons to swap between made more sense than making a common tier rocket launcher. That was my own electric type move that I stopped because I was afraid that it was going after me. Okay, just gonna dodge that. Huberto is not that strong compared to some of our others. Lacking a little bit in the HP department. I didn't use any condensing on it. I didn't use any boosting stuff. So this is mostly going to come down to Jetragon and Chillet. Honestly, with the damage that we've dealt so far, I am very confident. If I withdraw and send it back out, I don't know if it unfought because I did that, or if it unfouls just on time. I'm not sure if that was actually necessary or not, but still. We're going to get on you. We're going to start firing this. How much damage does it do? Good damage. That is good damage. That at me? That is at me. At least somewhat of it was. The good old Erdtree avatar attack. Love to see it. This is kind of goofy. The cheesening has begun. Yeah, I don't actually want to just cheese the boss. I'm fully aware that we probably could have right there. How much does the shotgun do at close range? Oh my god. You know, I was saying about the assault rifle being good. That damage is nothing to scoff at. That damage is very, very good. I feel like, honestly, 90% of the damage that has been done right here has actually been done just straight up because of guns. I don't want that. I don't want anyone getting hit by that. Let's send out a tanky boy for a bit, shall we? A little bit of a breather. Reload our weapons. Maybe blast an assault rifle in his head. I'm not even, like, trying to aim for headshots or anything half the time. I'm just taking damage where I can get it. I need to not hit my own Jetragon. Jetragon does have this one quirk that I am noticing, where when it runs out of moves, it just tries to headbutt things. And I would prefer if it didn't. Like, it's kind of funny, but I would really prefer if it didn't. Oh, that did some damage. I don't feel like we're getting hit super hard, though. So that's kind of nice. Okay, we're gonna bring Philip back out. This is probably not the ideal time to do that, but still. That's just insanely good. Okay, Guberto can come back out. I don't know why I'm doing this to Guberto, to be honest. I didn't even make his saddle. I didn't even realize I didn't make his saddle. Oh, that's... I feel a little bit bad. I didn't realize that I didn't make his saddle. Oh. Oh. I didn't mean to neglect Guberto that much. I only meant to neglect him a little bit. Listen, we all have favorites. Chillet was my favorite. It's not Guberto's fault that Chillet was my favorite. He's done nothing wrong. He's just like number 10 on my list of dragons that I would like to use because all the dragons in this game have been so good. I mean, our timer is definitely decreasing. Like, this is still actually kind of tough. I do feel like Chillet makes this very easily doable compared to a lot of other things. Chillet, I'm trying to ride you. I'm holding the button. Hello? Okay, I was gonna say. this is still definitely our main way of dealing damage. That attack, by the way, is kind of crazy. That's a lot of orbs. That one makes more sense. That's one orb. Also, gun. Okay. Pretty clean boss fight. Pretty clean. And that gets us 5 ancient tech points, but I feel like we're already maxed. Overall, Chiller is still MVP. I'm gonna just say, Chiller, the whole way through this playthrough, was so good. It was so good. Even in those final moments, I still feel like Chiller was allowing me to do way more damage than my actually maxed out Jetragon, which says a lot about Chiller, and it makes me very happy. I do think that is going to be where we go ahead and wrap things up. There's a couple more things that I could do. There's a couple of things that I haven't done in this game that I would like to try out. I would like to obviously try and get the legendary armors. I feel like you get the Pal Metal Helm from Frostallion. I think you get the Pal Metal Armor from Palladius and Necromus. I feel like you maybe get, yeah, you get cold resistant or heat resistant depending on which one you KO. I don't know which way around they are though. And I feel like you get the legendary rocket launcher from Jetragon. Overall though, I am fully looking forward to them adding more stuff into the game. One update that I am personally waiting for is for when they add the giant whale that I saw in the IGN trailer like 10 or 11 months ago when they first announced this game. When that whale comes out, I will definitely be back to play around with the giant sky whale. That is one thing I can definitely confirm. If there are two different ways that the updates to this game can go, I think. They can either do it the way the Ark kind of does it, where it's like the occasional little drip feed of like one new pal being mentioned and then like a whole new map, for example, to play on. I don't know if they're going to go with the update idea of a whole new map each time with like a new save, a new world with new pals, some already existing old pals, but like mostly new pals on a new map and a new save. Or if they're going to just be like, here, this left half of the map, bam, you've got an extra island over here to go explore with like 4 new pals on it. If it is the prior, I will obviously need a new save, and that will mean that I will very potentially lose my bread pals, which would suck. If they just expand to this map, then I will probably play on this already existing save, and I will continue to use the pals that we've grabbed from this. I am also interested in doing modded playthroughs, as I do believe I mentioned before. If there is any big mods that come out, I'm kind of thinking, again, I'm kind of comparing it to Ark, where they do occasional giant big mod packs like Svartalheim and stuff, if anyone is familiar with those, where it is actually just a brand new map, brand new creatures. Very, very, very large mod. If there is anything like that that comes out for Palworld, I will probably check it out immediately, as I am looking for more excuses to play this game. So with that though, I do think that is where we're going to be wrapping things up for now. I don't know exactly when we're going to come back to playing more Palworld. I don't know what the update roadmap is going to look like for this game, as at the moment they are just prioritizing bug fixes, which is fair, which is fair. But when there is more content, I will definitely return. So if you guys have enjoyed this episode and this whole series, thank you for everyone that watched this series, as this obviously was a little bit different than the normal Pokemon, but this was still a lot of fun. Go ahead, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye.